Alexandra Eala's immediate reaction after defeating Venus Williams in the Auckland Classic women's doubles. Youngsters Alexandra Eala and Iva Jovic proved too strong for Venus Williams and Alina Svitolina at the Auckland Classic on Monday morning. Eala and Jovic, both 2025 Newcomer of the Year nominees, defeated Williams and Svitolina 7-6, 6-1 in New Zealand. Williams, who gave Eala advice before her maiden appearance at the US Open, will now look to bounce back in her singles contest against Poland's Magda Linette. Williams, 45, has been on the comeback trail since making her return to the WTA Tour at the 2025 Washington Open. Since then she has competed at the Cincinnati Open and US Open, and will play the 2026 Australian Open after receiving a wildcard. Alexandra Eala reflects on sharing the court with two pioneers of the sport, after defeating Venus Williams and Alina Svitolina. Following the contest, Eala reflected on the experience of playing Williams and Svitolina. "Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you so much for supporting me and Eva. I had such a great time on court," Eala said in an on-court interview with the WTA Tour. "I think we had a lot of fun, and to start the year with such a moment like this, sharing the court with two pioneers of the sport and pioneers off the court as well, people I've looked up to since I was young. So I'm so happy to share this moment with you, Jovic, and all of you guys, our fans." Eala and Jovic, both ranked inside the WTA's top 60 singles players, will play either Aisha Mohammed and Erin Routliffe or Jessica Malikova and Renata Zarazua in the second round. In the singles, Eala will play former Wimbledon semifinalist Donna Vekic, while Jovic is set to play Sara Bejlek in the second round after defeating Gabriela Knudsen. Svitolina, the top seed, will play Vera Vargrasheva. As mentioned previously, Williams will play fifth seed Magda Linette. Venus Williams has a winning record against Magda Linette. Williams and Linette contested their first WTA Tour level match almost 10 years ago. The pair first met at the 2016 Fed Cup. In the third rubber between the USA and Poland, Williams defeated Linette 6-1, 6-2. Their next match, taking place at the 2016 Bank of the West Classic in Stanford, was a much closer affair. The court that roared. Alexandra Eala's immediate reaction after defeating Venus Williams. Alexandra "Alex" Eala stood at the center of the bright hardcourt surface in Auckland, New Zealand, the applause still echoing like distant thunder. Moments earlier, she and her partner Iva Jovic had sealed a remarkable victory, a win that would become one of those rare, defining moments in a young athlete's life. They had just defeated Venus Williams and Alina Svitolina, not just any opponents, but icons whose names were whispered with reverence by tennis fans around the world. One Sports. In the immediate aftermath of the match, the tension she had carried through each rally, the tight, nerve-wracking tiebreaks, the breathless saves of set points, faded into something softer but infinitely more profound: gratitude, joy, and awe. The first words, gratitude above all. As the microphone was placed in front of her, Alex's heart must have still been racing. Yet her words came with a calm sincerity, the kind only experienced athletes develop, even if she's still early in her journey. "Thank you so much for supporting me and Eva," she began, looking out at a crowd that included fans who had traveled just to see her play. "I had such a good time on court." One Sports. There was something remarkable about this exchange, not just the victory itself, but how she chose to frame it. She didn't dwell on the upset. She didn't boast. Instead, Alex expressed appreciation for the fans, for her partner, and for the very experience of sharing the court with legends she once watched on television. This moment, her first public reflection after such a high-profile win, revealed something deeper about her temperament. She revered the opportunity, not just the result. Playing against her heroes. What truly stood out in her reaction was how Alex spoke about Venus Williams and Alina Svitolina, not merely as opponents but as figures of inspiration. To start the year with such a moment like this and sharing the court with two pioneers of the sport, people I looked up to since I was young, she said, her voice warm with genuine admiration. One Sports. Imagine that, a young tennis star, standing where many before her once dreamed of standing, across the net from a former world number one, a multiple Grand Slam champion, a titan of the sport. And instead of intimidation, she felt honor. Instead of pressure, she felt excitement and fun. This reaction wasn't just humble, it was human. It reflected the purity of why many begin playing sports in the first place. For love, for joy, for the thrill of competition, From pressure to play. Eala's words about having fun are especially powerful when you consider the context. The match wasn't a casual set. It was a hard-fought battle. In the opening frame, the youth duo saved multiple set points, pushing through a tense tiebreak before dominating the second set. GolfNews.com. But instead of focusing on pressure or nerves, Alex chose to talk about energy, momentum, and the sheer enjoyment of competing. We had a lot of fun. GolfNews.com. It's a simple phrase, yet in the aftermath of such a monumental win, it was striking. In a world obsessed with results and rankings, her focus on joy and shared experience felt refreshing, even inspiring. A reflection beyond the scoreline. The scoreboard said 7-6, 6-1. The headline screamed upset. But Alex's first reaction wasn't about numbers or rankings. It was about connection, with her partner, with the crowd, with the sport itself. Her immediate words suggested she was taking something more lasting from the match than just a win on paper. She was collecting memories, not headlines, relationships, not trophies. It's not every day that an athlete defeats a legend and turns the post-match spotlight into a moment of tribute rather than triumph. That choice tells you a lot about the person, about her mindset, her values, and how she sees competition not just as a battle,